$400 Donald Trump shoes, remarketed for $45,000. AI pricing at Wendy's, and Stellantis vehicles unsold. Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video with your friends. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Alexander Hall titled, "Wendy's to roll out Uber-style surge pricing with menu prices fluctuating based on demand." According to the author, dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing, is when the price of a product or service fluctuates according to demand or other factors, such as calling for an Uber ride during rush hour or bad weather. Apparently, this is going to begin as early as 2025 at Wendy's, and it will be powered by artificial intelligence. Well, my friends, when I read this, it gave me flashbacks to what gas stations were doing after the September 11th, 2001 Twin Tower attack in New York. I remember going to work that morning and my gas light came on. I wanted to get to work on time, so I didn't stop for gas. When I was at work, I remember opening a news website and seeing the Twin Tower impact picture, and I thought it was a scene from some new Hollywood movie. As I was scrolling through the website, I noticed the internet started to slow down. Then one of the secretaries came into my room all upset and told me about the attack. She was freaking out because she had a young son and she was worried about him having to go to war. After work, I needed to get some gas for my car. Some gas stations had signs that they were out of gas. Other gas stations had huge lines down the street. I remember some of the gas stations had increased their prices extremely high. I went home and decided to go out looking for gas around midnight after a lot of people were in bed. The lines had settled down by then. I remember several gas stations were in the news months later because of price gouging. How is this not different than surge pricing with Uber or dynamic pricing with Wendy's during periods of high demand, such as at lunchtime? The gas stations had a period of high demand due to the September 11th, 2001 Twin Tower attack, and they tried to capitalize on it by raising prices at the pump. An Uber ride can cost more during periods of high demand, such as rush hour or bad weather. I understand the September 11th, 2001 Twin Tower attack was a terrible national tragedy, and I don't think anyone should have tried to make money off that. I also don't think a company should try to make money off bad weather either. If people are struggling due to bad weather and need Uber transportation to get home safely, don't try to make money off their misfortune because of what is happening with nature. If I was a regular Wendy's customer, I would not like spending my time and gas money driving over to the restaurant to find out the price of what I wanted to order had gone up dramatically during a particular time of day. I just think they should set a price that is reasonable where they can still make a profit and leave it at that. When I think of surge pricing or dynamic pricing, it reminds me of the multiple offer mania that was going on in real estate in the past few years. Someone might have seen a house listed for $500,000 and decided to submit a full price offer with the help of his or her real estate agent to the list agent just to find out the seller won't consider it because they are moving to highest and best offers by a set day and time due to a surge in interest. Again, this is similar to surge pricing or dynamic pricing. Why don't we just sell everything by auction? An auction allows for true price discovery. I'll give you an example. All right, boys, we got a junior cheeseburger here, and it's during the lunch rush hour, so we're auctioning it off today, no reserve to the highest hungry bidder. A 20% buyer's auction premium and sales tax will apply. On the cheeseburger, will you give one and a quarter, one and a half, 75, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 75, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half going once, 3 and a half going twice, sold, $3.50 to the hungry bidder in the back. I think Wendy's CEO really needs to rethink this dynamic pricing idea. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. While Wendy's apparently has enough demand for their food to transition to dynamic pricing powered by artificial intelligence, Stellantis may not be as fortunate. I read an article today on yahoo.com put out by the AutoWire and written by Stephen Symes titled, "New Dodge Chargers and Challengers are piling up." The author of this article referenced YouTubers who have shown off how full Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer lots are these days. The author also made reference to hidden overflow lots that dealerships are hiding. The author indicates Stellantis got greedy and released a bunch of over-the-top models and trims that cost an arm and a leg, and now they're stuck because interest rates have increased and layoffs are increasing and people are getting jittery about the economy. Well, my friends, this is very interesting. Many people who work at dealerships are still on their high horse and reluctant to negotiate. I have no doubt a lot of people are reluctant to buy an expensive vehicle right now because they are struggling financially due to inflation. Even with an 84-month or 96-month vehicle loan, the payment on a $50,000 vehicle is still no joke. According to Cox Automotive, the average transaction price for new cars in February 2024 is $48,759, which is up from the previous month. Keep in mind that is the average. If you are going to buy a supercharged Dodge Challenger Hellcat Redeye widebody with 797 horsepower, you are going to be paying over $120,000 for it. Then you have sales tax, registration, and insurance. I can't even imagine what insurance would cost on a high-performance vehicle like that. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the automotive industry in the next year or two. I think some dealerships are going to need to get rid of their big egos and come back to reality and start negotiating again and stop trying to rip people off with paint protection programs, overpriced pinstriping, mud guards, or whatever else they can install on vehicles to mark up. But perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe the madness will continue. Who knows? Maybe 108-month car loans will become more prominent, and that will help dealerships sell these expensive vehicles. That's right, my friends. There are actually 108-month car loans out there. In fact, one credit union I saw online advertises a 108-month car loan, and they will finance up to 120% of the value of the automobile. That sounds like a terrible idea to me, but what do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. On the topic of supply and demand, I read an article on ZeroHedge.com written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at ZeroHedge, titled, "Why Trump's $400 Sneakers Are Selling for Thousands." According to the author, the former president unveiled the new sneaker line at SneakerCon Philadelphia on February 17th. These exclusive sneakers sold out within hours of being launched. Now, there are some sellers listing them online for as much as $45,000. Well, my friends, scarcity can drive the price up when you are talking about collectibles. There were only 1,000 of these gold, never surrender, high-top Donald Trump sneakers that were manufactured. Who knows what the future collectability of these shoes will be? There certainly is a lot of interest in them right now. Maybe someday you'll be able to pick up a pair at a garage sale for a bargain. Back in the 1980s, during the Cabbage Patch Mania, people were paying crazy money for one of these dolls. Nowadays, you can find one at a garage sale or at Goodwill for next to nothing. Now, I realize that is a little different than limited edition Donald Trump shoes that only had a run of 1,000. But still, no one knows what the future holds for collectible items. Some items skyrocket in value, while the mania fades away for other items. I personally would never pay $45,000 for a pair of shoes, unless they were some game-worn Air Jordans that were authenticated and fully documented. If I could buy them for only $45,000, I'd make a huge return on my investment in short order. Did any of you buy these limited edition Donald Trump shoes? If so, what are you going to do with them? Some people love their shoes so much they don't want to risk getting them dirty. I read an article today on yahoo.com put out by People and written by Jack Irvin titled, "DJ Khaled had security guards carry him from car to stage for performance to not mess up his Air Jordans." For those of you who have never heard of DJ Khaled, he's a well-known rapper. The author of this article indicates he did not want to get his Air Jordan sneakers dirty, so he had two security guards carry him from one vehicle to another and then to the stage in order to keep his Nike Air Jordan shoes clean for the performance at the 2024 South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami. Apparently, the ground was very sandy. DJ Khaled said, and I'll quote, "Can't mess up my J's." Like I said earlier, some people like their shoes so much they don't want to risk getting them dirty. In my opinion, if you are a rich celebrity, who cares if you wear out a pair of shoes prematurely? Just consider this the price of doing business. If you own a lawn care company, you know you are going to be replacing the plastic bump heads on weed whackers on a regular basis. It's just the price of doing business. You factor that into your budget. Who knows? Maybe DJ Khaled is very frugal and can't bear the thought of having to spend money to replace his Air Jordans. If he is really that frugal, why did he buy Nike Air Jordans to begin with? Why did he not pick up some Skechers at Shoe Carnival for $35 instead? What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.